Welcome in, everyone, to Spiritual Roots Podcast with me, Misty. Today, I am welcoming in my friend Kate. Kate is a wife and mother in her mid-30s, a potter of Crowswood Cottage, where witchcrafted, naturally inspired stoneware pottery is made. Welcome in, Kate.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. You?
Good. I'm good. I'm glad to have you on. Thank you for coming on. This is going to be exciting.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So we'll get right into it. What would you say, what spiritual roots brought you to where you are now?
I've had a long, meandering sort of path to where I am now, which is mostly just a very simple witch. I call myself a thrift witch most of the time. So when I was a kid, I was being raised Jehovah's Witness, which, I don't know, a lot of people have heard a lot of different things about them.
Mm-hmm. What's your story?
Yeah.
Like a quick synopsis of what their beliefs are, if you don't mind, and then we'll go back into
it. So they are sort of Bible-based, but they do have like their own translation of the Bible and kind of their own core tenets. And, I grew up just knowing that you had to get ready with like your quote unquote Sunday best sort of thing and go to meetings like Tuesday night, Thursday night, and Sunday morning. And sometimes, on Saturdays, you also had to go like out preaching and whatnot. So it was a lot of time. And I kind of had this feeling from pretty early on that, it wasn't for me, for starters, but also I kind of got the ick, kind of that there was some sort of manipulation going on, or I didn't really find God there, at least. And then, so somewhere around middle school, I had a friend that, I think they had just recently watched like The Craft because it was about that time, know. And so, and I've watched it like 4 times these past couple of weeks because it's been for free on Tubi.
Oh, it's so amazing. I mean, I think that's what got us all into it, us elder millennials.
Yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm. So like my friend brought in a copy of Silver Ravenwolf's Teen Witch, which I know you've read.
Yeah, love it.
It was a good one. And I just remember feeling like, can I borrow that? Because I don't have any of these resources at home, obviously. And I remember reading it and just feeling like, wow, this is totally different and feels so much closer to what's home for me, what feels real and resonates. And it was a really good book.
Yeah, she really touches on a lot of great things in there. The Teen Witch, like I've said before, really spoke to my soul also. I think she kicked off a whole generation of people to get into the craft and realize, like I was saying before, that we generate our own power, and that's when we use it how we see fit. It doesn't have to come from an outside source.
And there's still little tidbits that I remember. I mean, I haven't reread it in a long time, which we should. Maybe we should do it together. It'd be fun.
That would be amazing. I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'm on it with you.
Awesome. But I remember something so simple that she said, like, there was a spell in there to, more or less like scent or bless your laundry. And she told a story about how growing up, all these kids used to pick on this one boy for being kind of stinky. And then like she, as an adult, forgot her laundry in the dryer for too long. And it was like, that's the smell. That poor kid, maybe his mom was just really busy and it was not his fault.
Yeah.
And that those little things kind of stick with you. Like everybody's going through their own stuff and we should just, cool, you're stinky. That's fine.
Give people grace and accept them how they are.
Mhm. For sure.
You don't know what they're going through or what their home life is like or whatever their
Mhm.
day is. That's a great point.
Yeah.
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 She's magic, Silver.
Yeah. For sure. Um, and so kind of after that era, I was like very hungry for trying to find little tidbits of more information about being a witch in the world. And my brother started dating a woman who was like very OG pagan.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? This is beautiful. Like she had this whole library of books. Um, and I remember there was lots of Scott Cunningham and Laurie Cabot. I think a few of them were in there. And she had all these stories of going to Salem growing up because she was from, I think, like that coastal sort of region in Massachusetts. And yeah, it was magical.
What a lucky lady you were to have someone in your life that early on.
Oh
I,
yeah.
I think
And
that's awesome.
yeah. And she was just a generally like super wonderful, supportive person. Like I remember I was having trouble finding um someone to do driver's ed classes with me, and she's like, "Girl, say no more. What day you want to do it? Every Wednesday?" And so that was magic.
That's amazing.
and and so we went to Salem once, but then we would go to like Ren fairs together. Which, have you been to Ren fairs?
No. I've never been
We
to a
gotta
Ren
go.
fair. I know. It's funny. My parents have been to a Ren fair, and I have not.
Okay, so next year I'm dragging you along to at least one. Okay?
Yes, it's a deal. I'm in it.
Yeah.
I am in it.
They're very much like my happy place. I feel like you would be so happy there too.
I think it would be our people, and I would be happy to be around that
Mhm.
crowd. Absolutely,
Mhm.
yes.
Yeah. Um. So and then for a time I got into tarot, and we've talked about this because you did a really wonderful reading with me. I feel like we all know that Misty has like this beautiful, soft, supportive voice, but like she's got a little extra something in her reading. Everybody needs a Misty reading.
Thank you. Ah,
um,
ah,
yeah,
I love it. Thank you so much.
yeah.
I'm blushing
Oh, I
even
mean
bigger.
it. Oh, um, and like in my reading that you had done, you had said a couple cards jumped out, and they were
Hmm.
both major arcana. And I was like, oh yeah, this reading is for me because I used to get nothing but major arcana, and I broke up with my tarot deck over yeah, feeling like everything was important all the time. And I'm like, listen, I really don't need help feeling that way. Stop. So, um, yeah,
It's on the regular for you. Sounds like you do
yeah,
need help.
yeah. So yeah, when they jumped out in your reading, I was like, uh-huh, that's it. That's for me.
Yeah, I remember one of the last readings I did for you. I,
Yeah,
it was recent, and
yeah,
the Hierophant card came out. I remember this now, and I
yeah,
remember asking you, I'm like, "Do you want to teach?" Because we're gonna go into it in a
yeah,
little bit about your
yeah,
pottery, and I was like, "Have you thought about teaching?" I remember that, and you had
yeah,
come back and gave me some feedback on that, and I thought that was
yeah.
brilliant. I love that.
I should. I really should. But in pottery, not in witchcraft, because, you know. Yeah. After I broke up with tarot, I turned to pendulum.
Oh
Um,
yeah,
do you do them? Yeah, you're
absolutely.
kind of a
Yeah,
crystal girly, right?
yeah. I
Yeah,
love pendulums.
yeah.
Hmm.
Um, I remember the first one I got. This is kind of cool. I had taken it out of the little bag it came in, and I was like, I had heard that you can kind of like sort of calibrate it,
Yeah.
like get it to, yeah, just say like what's yes, what's no, and kind
Hmm.
of feel its response. And so I'd worked with a bit, and I was like, oh yeah, people use these to find lost items sometimes too. And I sat there and I was like, well, I guess I haven't lost anything. And all of a sudden, this like absolutely clear and random thought came into my mind that, oh, there's something in the pocket of the bag that you bought from the thrift store like 6 months ago. And it was like up in the shelf in my closet. I hadn't even used it yet. And I was like, okay, that's a really weird thought. And I go and I get the bag down, and there's like a freshwater pearl necklace in one of the pockets.
What?
Yeah. And so
Wow.
then I knew that pendulums were my friend.
Yeah, that's your
Yeah.
divination tool.
For sure.
Do you still have the necklace?
Yeah. Actually, hold on.
You
It should be
do?
right behind me. So the listeners can't hear, but or can't see. Hopefully they can hear, because it's up here somewhere. Hold on.
That is the
It's very
coolest.
dusty, isn't it? Like,
Oh, and it's beautiful.
it's silver
It's
and
so,
pearls.
and it's delicate looking. Oh,
Yeah.
that's
It's very
beautiful.
tarnished now,
What a
but
gift you got in that purse.
that
Wow.
it was very strange. But like, you know, you just kind of take it as like a clear message. Like, no,
Yes.
stick with this avenue.
Yeah, absolutely. And I wonder, it makes me wonder where and who it belonged to, like where it came from, who it belonged to, and how it
Oh,
got to
for
you
sure.
and how you channeled that. That's
Yeah,
fascinating.
I have no idea.
I love that story. That
Yeah.
is so cool, and I love that you still have it.
Yeah.
Wow. Have you ever worn it out, or do you just keep it like tucked away as a
No,
little memento?
I think it's like it's a beautiful necklace, and I'm not like afraid to wear it or anything. I'm just like, it's supposed to just stay with me. I don't want to
Yeah.
wear it.
Yeah. A
But
talisman, it
yeah.
sounds like, of some kind. I love
Yeah.
that. Some sort, you know? That's great.
Yeah.
What a cool
Yeah.
story. I love that.
Thank
That's
you.
never happened to me. I found
No.
coins. There's
Yeah.
a quick tangent. There's a
No, it's good.
superstition. I forget where it originates from. And my mom always did this my whole life. She'd always be
Yeah.
like, Misty, you never give a purse away without a piece of money in it. And I feel like
Oh.
it's a an English or a Scottish type of superstition. I forget, but I heard it on a podcast the other day. Maybe it's Yorkshire. Don't quote me.
Yeah. Okay.
But
I want to look into it.
it's definitely UK based, and my mom always did that. I never knew where it came from. So she'd give me
Yeah.
a purse or a wallet, or say like for I don't know Christmas or a birthday. She'd always put a coin in there. She never gave it to me empty.
Yeah.
Always, which is a little witchy thing she was doing. I don't know if she knew that or not, but she followed that superstition. She still does that today.
That's amazing. There's so many little things that came from simple witchcraft.
Yeah,
Like, yeah.
use what
Yeah.
we have. I love that.
Mhm. Mhm.
Absolutely. So
Yeah.
when you had your friend that you really were connecting to, you still
Yeah.
in contact with them at all?
The one that had all the Scott Cunningham and whatnot.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Here and there.
Your pagan friend.
Yeah, she's a little difficult to get in touch with because I think, like a lot of people, I think we're starting to get wary of social media and whatnot. Um, but yeah, I can meet her in Second Life, which is, um, it's an online space, user created, and it's complicated.
And that's okay.
Yeah, it's I mean, if you Google it, you'll find all sorts of weird stuff. But I think like people are weird, and if you
Absolutely.
create like an online virtual world where anything you can make can exist, it's gonna get weird. So,
Absolutely. Yeah, you build it, they will come, as
mhm,
the movie
for
says.
sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you take away any lessons from her? You know, because I assume she was some sort of mentor to you with her being older and more
Mhm.
experienced. Did you take away any lessons that you still use today?
Let's see. I mean, I'm sure I have. I mean, I still have books that she's given to me, and I think at that time that my brother was seeing her and we were really close, like she was really into The Secret and Abraham Hicks.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I've
And
I've watched The Secret. I never read it, but I
yeah,
watched the documentary that they made, the
yeah,
movie. Yep.
yeah. And
Interesting.
oh, and she introduced me to my husband. So I think, yeah.
Oh, wow.
I do still hold on to things that she introduced me to. Yeah, for
Oh, that
sure.
is fantastic. That's the
Yeah,
biggest one of them all.
I
Oh
know, right? I
my God.
just dawned on me. Oh yeah.
That is too funny. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, you definitely have something, a memento of her, that's for sure.
It was funny. She always used to just tell me, I think that they used to work together, and I think that you'd really like this person. And um, his name is a little bit ambiguous. Like it doesn't really seem like a male name.
Hmm.
I mean, it seems like both, And I was like, do you think I'm a lesbian? But then I met him and I'm like, oh, he's all man. Okay. I mean, at this point in my life, I am pretty very much in the middle, but at the time, I think I was a little like, I don't want to be in the middle. I
Yeah,
don't, you know,
I get
that
it.
space in your life.
Hmm. What sort of what sort of books did she introduce you to? Like, what did she give you? I'm just intrigued because she just popped into your life.
Yeah.
It sounds like sort of unexpectedly because it's a complete opposite of how you were being raised. Like,
Mhm.
what kind of books did she give you? Were they Scott Cunningham or were they
Mhm.
other types of books? Like, let's touch on books for a minute. We're gonna skip around.
Yeah. She had the whole like Scott Cunningham little library. I think he's got books about crystals and oils and like keeping a magical home and things like that. Um, but yeah, one book I know for sure that I can remember. So Creative Visualization by Shakti Gawain. I think that's how you say it, Shakti Gawain. Yeah. Um, yeah, and that one is kind of cute because it still has the original broom closet bookstore stamp in it from Salem.
Really?
Yeah, it's like my own little relic of, you know, ancient pagan times.
That's so great. I found an old
Yeah.
bookmark, I don't know, a couple of years ago in a book from the Whirling Dervish. Do you remember that shop?
Oh. So I very much would have been in cult shelter times and
Yeah, I
not
got you.
had access to that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a
But I
great
remember it
shop.
existed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a great, great shop. And actually, I think the former owner, I think she's a massage therapist in Canaan.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't remember her name, but
Hmm.
that's what I heard. Yep.
What was in there?
The Whirling Dervish?
Hmm.
Oh, it had everything. That's where I got all my Silver Raven Wolf books. That's where I got my incense.
Oh,
That's where I
wow.
bought my first tarot deck. She'd have people come in and do aura pictures, which I never had done ever in my life. I've never done that. I don't know why.
Yeah.
She did have someone come in and do an astrology chart. I had my chart read there. This was all
Wow.
like when I was 19. Like this is when it all
Yeah.
really started. I really got
Right.
in. I got into this stuff probably around like seventh, eighth grade, end of seventh grade, eighth grade. But then when I got
Mm-hmm.
into high school is really when I started to bloom, and that shop really opened up a lot of doorways for me personally. And
Mm.
I mean, I don't want to talk about me all day, but that shop
Oh, I
really
love it.
held a place in my heart because it was the only one around in the Upper Valley that I knew of that I had access to
Mm-hmm.
anyway, because we didn't have the internet really back then. We did, but it was very minimal.
Mm-hmm.
And you could barely get online in 1997, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
you
Do you
know.
remember was it Witch Fox? Or I don't know how you're supposed to say it, but it was like Witch VOX.
Oh,
And it was,
Witchbox? Yeah, that's still
yeah.
around.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a
I wonder
website,
if
right?
they've improved their graphics since
It's
when
still
I was
around.
looking at it.
I've seen it
Wow.
recently. Yeah, check it out. It's still around.
Yeah.
And for folks who don't know what that is, if we're on the same page, Kate, you and I,
Yeah.
it's a website for where it can connect you to like other pagans, other pagan
Yep.
sites, events in your areas. It's kind of like the Google of
Mm-hmm.
pagans.
Yep.
Yeah, Witchbox.
Yeah.
I'll link that in the show notes. It's still around.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's awesome. I
What a good
remember,
shout out. Good
yeah,
call.
I remember, talking with a girl, like, cause it was like a directory with like some
Yes.
simple contact information, like shops or areas or not necessarily temples, but you get the idea.
Yeah.
And people.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember having a chat friend for a couple of years that I met on there because she was one of the only ones that gave her AIM handle. But yeah,
Oh, I love it.
yeah,
Old school days.
yeah.
Where do you think your path has taken you now? Like where are you at now? Do you practice with any type of like elemental work? Like what's your practice looking like in this time frame that we're in now? I'm just interested.
Yeah. Um, so I honestly, I wish that I did more. I think that, um, being a mom, it's not something that takes away from your life,
Hmm.
but it is your focus, and therefore it is time. And, um, I think like I'm in a space where like my kid is not interested in being involved, so it does have to be my own separate sort
Yeah.
of time to focus on any sort of, um, I would love to be getting back to observing more of like the wheel of the year and things like that. Um, but I stir intentions into my tea. I
Yeah.
do try and meditate and journal often, and um, I manifest a lot. I'm really into just intention brings all whatever to the yard.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, and I think like even something so simple like I know when I became a mom, I definitely got like the minimalist bug too.
Hmm.
And because, so much is going on all the time and everybody needs so many different things. And I just didn't want all this clutter around me. And I think that that very much extended my practice too, where like I don't really keep an altar. Um, and most of the time, yeah, like Sabbat sort of observances are just intentional.
Yeah. And
Um,
that's perfect.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
really all you need, to be honest. You
mhm,
know, you do
yeah.
have an altar. You carry that necklace right there on your windowsill. You
Yeah,
know, I know what you
I
mean,
don't
though.
sit here and do workings. It's just, these are the things that I find beautiful and yeah, I guess they're little spiritual reminders for sure. Yeah.
Absolutely, little nuggets of spirituality.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
So I took a long weekend for Samhain because
Mm.
that's my jam. Samhain and Yule are my favorite. I do follow
Yeah.
the wheel, but I understand what you mean. Sometimes it's hard, or sometimes one of them doesn't really resonate with me all that much. These two
Mhm.
are like they always have been. Even before I started practicing, I always took Halloween off. It's always been my
Mhm.
deal. But I did a solo this weekend, and it was amazing. I just
Oh,
want to
that's
touch on that. Like,
awesome.
that's like going back to kind of
Yeah.
what you were saying, where you're just kind of keeping it simple. All I
Yeah.
did was I visited some cemeteries around my house. I laid flowers. I left some offerings of black onyx. And I just walked and I talked to the guardians and the spirits and just say, I'm here to be respectful. I want you to
Mhm.
know you're not forgotten. And that's really what I did. And then I went solo to a Samhain ritual. I've never been to a public ritual before. And that was
Wow.
beautiful. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll send you that information because I didn't even know this existed. It's a group,
Yeah.
and they put on public rituals all the time. It's donation based, and they donate food to food banks.
Oh, is
It's a
this a sacred place? No,
hold
I
on.
don't know if they're
Let me
around
look it up. Hold on,
anymore.
real quick. Yeah, 1 second. I will look it up.
Okay.
But they donate food to food banks, so you bring in,
Mhm.
or you can donate cash. But let me. It's like UUC or something. Um, I just heard of them.
Is that the Universalist Unitarian Church?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Earth Centered Spirituality Group.
Oh my gosh.
Do you know about them?
So I used to go to quite a few events with Ninian.
I
Um,
love
oh
Nian.
my gosh.
She
She,
is amazing.
like, You should have her on.
I know,
Because she
I thought about it,
is,
to be honest.
yeah. I mean, because she's been in this space forever
A,
and
a
has,
lifetime.
yeah, and has had, she just has like the most beautiful crone energy about her.
Yeah.
Sometimes a little bit curmudgeon-y, and it's beautiful.
It is. Absolutely, yes. Yeah.
It's like, yeah, that's bullshit, Ninny, and it really is. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
adore her. Oh, man.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't remember anybody's names anymore because it has been, I think the last few times I went to events like that with her was maybe like 8 years ago or something. Yeah. So I don't even know if anybody's still around. We did have to attend a couple funerals, and this is just what happens when communities are growing together and,
Yeah.
you know, your elders are just passing on and, you know, yeah.
Absolutely. I would love to have her on. I talk
Mhm.
to her sometimes. I thought about it. I'll see. I'll reach out and see. That's a great idea. That's a great
Yeah.
suggestion. But this
Yeah.
Conquered UUE Earth Centered Spirituality group, it was really beautiful. It was
Yeah.
inside. There were a lot of people. I almost didn't go in. I was like, do I go in? Don't I go in?
Oh,
Because I got so fucking
yeah.
anxious.
It's intimidating.
It is. And
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to go in. I came all this way because I drove over an hour to get to
Mhm.
Concord, and I think it's just, it's a testament to say to someone who is scared to just do it because I'm
Mhm.
so happy I went inside,
Mhm.
you know?
And especially with like the UU, I mean, that's the whole point is that we're all a little bit different, but we're
Hmm.
going to gather under this like earth-based umbrella
Yeah.
and we're going to do things that everybody in the room can resonate with, you know?
Yes.
So, yeah.
There was a beautiful meditation. They brought us into
Yeah.
this underworld meditation. It was just amazing. I can't wait to
Oh,
go back.
that sounds so good.
It
Well,
was
we can
good.
be buddies for the next couple, okay? Because I
Yeah.
do miss it. I really wish I made time for, yeah, more reverence, more space for
Yes.
ritual and observance, you know?
Even,
Yeah.
even if you've been out of it for a while, because, I was really into it when I was working from home 2 days a week. I had my own
Mhm.
routine, and that's been messed up since the spring when we went back full time to the office, which is
Mhm.
fine. It was to be expected. But that really threw
Yeah.
me off, and my, I haven't found my routine since. I still feel off
Mhm.
kilter. So I'm with you there where it's just hard sometimes to get back into the things. But if you just do the
Mhm.
things, you know, it'll bring you back and be like, that's why I love this so much.
Mhm.
So
Just jump in.
let's do it, Kate. Let's go to do it
Yeah.
together. I would love that so much.
We
They said
should.
they were like, this is our biggest one. There's over 100 people usually, so yeah, I'm
Yeah.
down.
Wow. Yeah.
Can you imagine? Oh, the room was full. I think there was probably like 25 or 30 of us.
Yeah.
It
Do
was
they
beautiful.
do have you been to the magical marketplace or mystical marketplace and oh, what is it called? I want to say medium fair, but it's
The psychic
like,
fair?
yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Have you been to that?
I have not been to it.
Yeah.
I miss it every year. Like the big one
Oh,
you mean that happens in the summertime, right? Is that the one you're
yeah,
talking
they like rent out a huge
about? Yeah,
hotel, like the gathering spaces inside hotels. Yeah.
it's a big deal. Honestly, I
Yeah.
miss these things. I don't know why. I just do,
Yeah.
but maybe I should put more intention
They,
into that to get out into the community more.
yeah. There's so not only that event, but like the Pagan Pride Day, which I don't know who would put that on anymore, but most of the time the marketplace event and the Pagan Pride Day events, they do like little talks or have some sort of expert present something all throughout the day. And
Oh,
it's just the whole day is scheduled and you can go and one of my favorite ones that I ever went to was like a presentation about labyrinths and they had this big labyrinth mat laid out on the ground and she was talking about the sacred geometry of it and the history of it and she's like, so now we're going to all walk the labyrinth and we're just going to all accept whatever emotions come up, okay? And I got to the middle and I was bawling. And I was like, I don't
Oh,
know why. I'm just bawling. But yeah, they do different little talks like that throughout the day, and they're all amazing.
I would
Whether
love
it's
to
like,
go that.
yeah, like an incense workshop or yeah, whatever. A rune workshop.
I definitely am down. Yeah, I need to get out
Yeah.
into the community more. That's why I push myself out to this ritual alone.
I'm so glad you did. I'm so excited.
I talk about
Yeah.
community and I want to bring it together. Well, I have to get out there also. So I'm calling on my
Yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard
That's,
though. You have to
yeah.
get out of your own comfort zone.
There's like, everybody says that, like, you want community. Well, maybe you just have to start it. And
Exactly.
that's really rough to hear, man.
Yeah,
Like,
it is. It is.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
when I wanted to start the podcast, I was like, well, I want to bring people together. I want to have conversations like we're having now, like just loose conversations about our own
Mhm.
journeys and what we are into, and to teach someone who may
Mhm.
not know what we're doing, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
You know,
I
get,
think you're doing a great job. I
well,
love it
thank
here.
you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I love it. Let's touch on some obstacles because I like to
Okay.
bring that up because I just I relate to that, because we find our paths and we're on them, but sometimes we get hit with roadblocks. So were there any obstacles that you hit
Mm.
on this path that you're on that maybe weren't expected?
I think right now phone addiction is an obstacle. So yeah, I called out being a mom as a distraction. Not really. Horrible. No, because it really is like it's being a mom to my daughter is like, oh, it's so much deep in my soul.
You
Nothing else matters.
you are a
But
mama, that's for sure.
yeah. But it's definitely the phones, man. Right? Like
Yes.
I think so. 'Cause
It,
that screen time creep is real.
it really is.
Yeah.
And we were talking yesterday, and I was
Mhm.
thinking about you because I was
Yeah.
journaling this morning, and I stopped.
Mm.
I stopped my journaling
Mhm.
to look at my GD phone. I was like,
No.
"What am I doing?" I wrote it down in my journal too. I was like, "All
Mhm.
right, I stopped to look at my phone. What the hell are you doing?" It's so
Yeah.
I shut it off.
Yeah.
But how do you navigate that? What are some tips? Because you've recognized it. So what are some tips or tricks that you
Yeah.
do now to kind of navigate that?
Yeah. Um, at some point along in my journey, I got to like aligning endeavors with my own cycle or the moon cycle. And so every once in a
Mm-hmm.
while, I'll be like, this menstrual cycle, I'm gonna ditch phones, or this moon cycle, I'm gonna ditch phones. Um, and so usually I come out the other side feeling like that was very valuable. I accomplished a lot and I have much more intention and awareness in my life. And then I pick up
Yeah.
my phone again.
Isn't that the
So
friggin' way?
yeah, yeah.
I love the concept of using the moon cycles because that is
Mhm.
magical in itself, and set that
Mhm.
intention from moon cycle to moon cycle to stop or lessen your screen time. I love that a lot,
Yeah.
actually. I think that is a
Yeah.
great idea. And honestly, I may do that because the full moon is coming up in a couple of days.
It
So that's a
is.
perfect
It's
time, right?
mhm.
Releasing that shit. And
And we're calling it out right now. So yeah.
we are. We're on. So
Yeah.
we're recording this November 3rd. So
Yeah.
the full moon is out on the 5th. So we're calling it out now.
Yep. We should.
I love that. That's a
Yeah.
great, and that's so outside the box too. Instead of saying, well, I'm just going to set this intention and I don't know,
Mhm.
some generic way of doing something. I think that's very original and I love that idea so much.
Yeah.
That's a great one.
Well, and I think like, it's definitely working with the energies that most people pick up on. Like it's a full moon.
Hmm.
Now it's waning. We can sit with letting go of this distracting sort of addiction, and then we can spend some space in the middle where we're starting to get comfortable without it, and then we can grow some other things
Yes.
in our life, before the next full moon.
Absolutely.
So yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That is so fantastic. I hope someone also takes heed and starts that practice, because it's amazing. So we touched on books a little bit, but I really want to get into some of the books that you're into right now, or ones that have really sparked your interest or your path. And you can include podcasts or, YouTubers, anyone that, has reference that has really inspired you.
Yeah. Let's see. So we touched on Silver Ravenwolf and Scott Cunningham. And probably the next book that was really influential to me was Journey of Souls by Dr. Michael Newton. Yeah, he was a psychiatrist who used hypnotherapy in his practice, just like working with clients who needed to remember something about a court case or process trauma or whatever. But one day, kind of accidentally, organically, one of his clients went into like a past life regression, and it just kind of snowballed from there. They kept on happening, and hopefully he was being responsible because after I read this book, I did study hypnotherapy. Like, I got a little certificate, and anyway, but yeah, he did 6,000 case studies about the life between lives, he calls it. And that was, that also felt like coming home. If it really felt like gaining understanding that I kind of felt I already had deep down there somewhere, you know? Yeah. I highly recommend that.
That's beautiful. Real quick, so you have a certificate in hypnotherapy?
I do, but I won't use it.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah. What triggered that for you before? Let's go back to books, but this was intriguing to me. What triggered that for you?
So I think I had heard about the book from Coast to Coast AM.
Okay.
Did you ever? Yeah, I think it was a radio show.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, George something, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're on it. We're on the same page.
Yep. Yes. I loved, okay, so that's a good one. I don't know what they're still putting out there anymore, but it used to be everything from like aliens to spirituality to diet and health, like
he's still
everything.
Around.
Yeah?
Yeah. Awesome. I'll find him too. Yeah, he's on like some of the ancient alien shows. I think it's still around.
I used to watch that show too.
Love it.
I love that one.
So good.
Yeah. Actually, this another fun little snippet story. I was listening to Coast to Coast one night, and they were talking about very much that you are a spiritual being having a physical experience, right? And the house that my husband and I were renting with roommates at the time had like this huge picture window in it. And I was laying there looking at the stars before bed and being like, yeah, I'm just a spirit, man. Look at this vast universe, Yeah. And I was getting a little sleepy, and like I had this like feeling all of a sudden that I wasn't really connected to my breathing. Like my body was just breathing, but I couldn't like take in a breath or not. And this like little buzzy feeling started in my toes and my fingertips. And then all of a sudden it felt like this like racking, like it got stronger, shaking. And then so like everything, it felt like almost like I imagine like a butterfly wriggling from a chrysalis or something.
Okay.
And I felt this like tugging at my chest, right? And then at that moment I was like, dude, this is really weird. I will myself to move. and then like maybe a couple weeks later, Coast to Coast AM did a special on like OBEs. out of
Yep.
body experiences.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, why did I stop it? I could have shot out into the stars, man. Like, that was my one
Oh,
chance.
wow.
Because that's exactly how most people describe it. Like, especially like the coalescing and tugging at your like solar plexus.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, oh, it was
Holy
incredibly unnerving.
smokes. But
Yeah,
amazing at the same time, it sounds like.
yeah,
So
yeah.
did that trigger, like, did that get you into wanting to look into hypnotherapy or just
It was
get
kind of all
certified
at the
for it?
same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think I felt like it was going to be the career for me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but then I was just like, I think realistically in my life, I don't really like to feel like some sort of professional or a leader in someone's space.
Yeah.
I'll just be like, I'll walk alongside you for a bit, you know? I
Yeah.
liked being a support person instead of like a process leader for others, you know?
I
So,
totally get that.
yeah,
I align with that. I get that.
yeah,
Absolutely. What are some
yeah.
other books? What else you got
Mm.
in your library?
um, so let's see. Not a nonfiction book, a total work of fiction. Um, The Red Tent by Anita Diamant is one of my absolute favorite books. Um, it's the author researched. Okay, so it's a retelling of the story of Dinah from the Bible. And in the Bible, like, she kind of, I don't know, you should just read the book, but the, the author, the author looked at the story and she researched the culture of, Dinah's mothers, cause she had 4 mothers, cause it's polygamy, you know, in the Bible. And she was like, what were their gods and goddesses and practices like? And she imagined this life of this growing girl with her 4 mothers and their ancestral practices and how that could have clashed with this Abrahamic wave that was coming in from her father's side of the family. And it just really met me where I was at in that point in my life where I was like looking at how I was raised and like really, you know, embracing this like witch woman power, you know?
Yeah.
So
That
must
sounds
read.
that
Yeah.
sounds beautiful. All
Mhm.
right. Heck
Yeah.
yeah. I love
Mhm.
a powerful lady.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you were to give any advice to anyone who's looking to go deeper into their spiritual practice, what would you give?
Mm. Um, so I think spend time in nature,
Yeah.
meditate. I think that's the quickest way to kind of understand, you know, cycles and natural energies and all of those things.
Yeah.
Um, I don't think you necessarily need to read a book about it sometimes. I think you just need to go spend time in a stream, stick your feet in it,
Yeah.
watch things float around in it. Um, think about, you know, what water does to the other elements and etc. Um, and then yeah, just don't be afraid to follow where your interest and your intuition leads you.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah.
Learn about your surroundings. I read, so when I really started to get into my current practice after
Mhm.
my 20s, I went into that with the beginning episode. I'm not going to rehash that here, but
Yeah.
when in 2019, when I started to get back into my practice, which isn't extraordinary, everybody, it doesn't, like we have been talking about, it can be very simple. Kate and I
Mhm.
both seem to be simple witches.
Mhm.
Very earth based.
Yeah.
One great book that I loved is The Green Witch by Erin Murphy Hiscock. It's more like a workbook, which I loved because it really
Mhm.
does get you out into your area, and she encourages you to go out with a notebook and discover what herbs are around you. So
Yeah.
where I was living at the time, I discovered jewelweed. I had no idea what that was, and I looked it
Yeah.
up. So it's simple things like that. Like you said, go back into nature and just discover what's around you. Like I discovered
Mhm.
mugwort here at the house. I discovered we have wild violets.
Same.
Like they're
Yeah.
around everywhere. This spring I made wild violet syrup and it was delicious.
Ooh.
It's
Yum.
so good. That and tonic water. Oh, it's a
And I
perfect
bet
summer
like
drink.
so magic too.
It was. And it's
Yeah.
a little tedious to make because you have to
Mhm.
take off the stems, but it's so worth it. It was really good.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Awesome.
I second what you say. Get out into nature and listen to the birds. Start identifying the birds.
Mhm.
Just be in tune. And if they're migrating, they will come back to you every year, and you'll start to notice that cycle,
Yeah.
which is
Yep.
very cool to me. It's not
Yeah, and
just your grandma's
yeah.
hobby.
Yeah. Oh, I love that like all these Gen Zs are now bird watchers. I think it's beautiful.
Yeah, they're getting back in tune with Mother Nature, and that's amazing.
Mhm. Yeah, for
Good.
sure.
Gets us off our phones.
Exactly. Except when you have to use a bird watching app to identify the bird calls, which I totally do.
Oh, I totally do that too. I have it. I agree
Yeah.
with you. But once you
Yeah.
start to learn those, you're going to be like, because I can do it with some birds. You'll be like, oh, that's a
Yeah.
cardinal. Oh, that's a
Yeah.
titmouse. Oh, that's a
Yeah.
phoebe.
Aw.
You know?
Oh my gosh. Um, my daughter, this one time, I was looking in her bird book, like she was like, what's that bird called? And I was like, oh, it's a red-breasted nuthatch. And she's like, yeah, got it. It's a, what did she say? A bread husked butt rash. And I'm like, what? Those two things are not the same.
I have a funny
So now,
story.
yeah, yeah,
Oh my God. You just reminded me of this. So nuthatches are my favorite. And
yeah.
it's because their call that they have is so stinking cute. And
Aw.
plus they eat upside
Do it.
down.
Do it,
They're
Misty.
just so, it's
Aw.
adorable. It's adorable.
Yeah,
But I love them so much. But when my husband and I started bird watching at our old apartment, because we had the luxury of being in the woods at our old place,
yeah,
which
yeah.
we do now, but that was the first time because before that we lived in like a suburb and we didn't have any of that. It was not nature based at all. We called them
Mhm.
the dirty butts because the bottom of their I know it's a dumb story, but it's funny. But that's our name for them. And we call the titmouse, like we call them like the rock and roller birds because they have like a little tuft on their head, and I just picture
Yeah,
them with like a leather jacket on.
yeah. Oh, have you seen that meme where like
No.
I can't remember. I think it might be a blue jay though. Like another bird's like, "Oh, I like your mohawk," and then the other one's like, "Yeah, my mom has one too," and the other one's like, "Oh, sick."
Oh my god, that's
Yeah,
adorable. Oh
yeah.
man. Yeah, just get out and be imaginative. Even as
Mhm.
adults, we need to have our imagination run wild. Like on my stone
Absolutely.
walls, my husband makes fun of me because I'm like, we have these stone walls, and I'm like, I picture that the mice are in there, like drinking their tea, and like they have a little
Oh.
hearth going on. I could,
Mhm.
I could totally write a book, seriously. Oh my
You
God.
should.
This is the
Like
best
another
chuckle I've
wave
had in a
of
while.
yeah.
Thank you.
You should start another wave like Brambly Hedge or something.
Oh
It's so
man,
sweet.
yeah.
Yeah.
So now everybody, you're gonna think
Yeah.
of little mice having tea in your stone
Mhm.
walls, in their
Mhm.
cozy little houses.
Mhm. And dirty butt birds
And
and
dirty
red
butts.
husk butt rashes.
That's right. You're welcome.
Awesome.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, get out into nature, everybody, and you can have funny stories
Yeah.
too. So,
Mhm.
I want to talk to you about your pottery. So, let's go into that a
Yeah.
little bit because I adore your pottery. I tell you this every
Thank
time.
you. Mhm.
It's so beautiful. And her coffee mugs are amazing. They're very unique and they're just so fun. And I have a
Aw.
bunch of Caitlin stuff. Like I have
Mhm.
candle holders, incense holders, a ton of her
Mhm.
mugs. It's just beautiful. So can
Thank
you
you.
can you start off? Would you walk us through like why you became a potter? How did that start for you?
Yeah. So we did a little pottery unit in high school here and there. And I just kind of lived for the time that those pieces of equipment would come out and I would get to play with clay. And after high school, I just kind of told myself that, yeah, I'm going to be a potter one day. Like, it's just meant for me. And it's not like I got that far in high school. I wasn't like super amazing at it. I could center a lump of clay and make a little something, but I just knew it was for me. And, so my husband bought me a little share in a clay co-op and gave me some clay to play with in an open studio. I think that was in the beginning of like 2021. And, not like 3021, no. And so I think when I was done with my clay there, I kind of just broke the news to him that I need my own wheel. Oops.
Yeah.
And yeah, and so I just kind of bummed kiln loads off of other potters I could find and did a little ghost pottering until that one potter was like, you know what? Can you just take this old kiln and get out of my business? Which I'm very thankful to him.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I don't know. Here I am. And I try to just make whimsical, well-crafted pots, and my glazes are all inspired by those things you see in nature that just take your breath away and, make you feel that connection and joy to live on the earth, you know, like poppies growing in the spring garden, or like storm clouds overhead, how like dark and ominous they feel, but really powerful and wonderful too. Yeah.
I love that so much. And
Yeah,
what a
thank
great earth-based craft.
you.
Kate and I have been to a couple of little events together. That's how we met. And the last one we were at, she was doing her live pottery, and I loved that so much.
Yeah.
You know what I loved? My favorite thing was, and I'm with you on this, is that you were barefoot
Oh, I was,
pottering.
wasn't I? Yeah.
And
I
I
had to ground
adored
because there were
that.
so many people.
Yes. And I adored
Yeah.
that because, I do that when I read for people. I have to take my shoes
Wow.
off. Yeah. So
That's something.
I
Huh.
would read for people. I started with my shoes on, but I take my shoes off. So
Wow.
I resonated with that so much, and I was like, "This is my girl. I love this."
Uh-huh. Oh
So
my God.
I loved that so much, and that was the first thing I noticed. I was like, "Well, not only is she pottering, she has her wheel here, but she's barefoot and she's in it." And I loved
Yes.
every second of that. I thought it was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. There's like third generation potter that's kind of famous in, America, and he has this phrase where he says like, you center the clay centers you. And it really do be like that sometimes. You
Yeah.
know, you bring a lot of energy to the wheel, and then it's very rhythmic, very tangible, and yeah.
I can imagine that'd be very
Mhm.
meditative too. I've never run a pottery wheel, but I can
You should come
imagine
try.
I would love that. I
Mhm.
really would. But I
I
can
really
just
mean
imagine.
it, so.
You're on, sister.
Okay.
I love that. I would totally, I'm up for that.
Yeah.
But I can imagine how relaxing that would be, especially if you're really zoned in and in the moment, how
Mhm.
cool that would be to just touch clay. Have you ever used raw clay like out of the ground? Because we have a lot of clay up here in New Hampshire. Have you ever
Yeah.
done that?
No. And I have this kind of perception in my mind that like when I get there, I'll really be there. Like when I'm starting to work with raw clay, like
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
But no, not yet. But maybe yeah, one day I would like to. Yeah.
There's a lot of it around here, especially, I don't know about in our area in particular, like where we live, because we live close by to each other, like within like a town or
Mhm.
two. But
Mhm.
I remember when I was a kid, I'd go to my uncle's and my aunt's house every summer for like a week, and they lived by a river, and there was a
Yeah.
ton of clay. Just,
That's
we didn't have
awesome.
to dig for it. It was just there, and you could see where it kind of would drip down and it would dry in
Yeah.
like the layers. That
Yeah.
was the first time I ever saw like clay, in the actual wild. So
Did you make anything with it? Did you
I
squish
think
your toes in
I
it at
think,
least?
yeah, I think we just picked it up and played with it. We were like, look at this
Yeah.
clay, like the
Nice.
bright gray that it is, where it's not,
Yeah.
it's a light gray.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. But yeah, I
Yeah.
wanted to ask that if you ever worked with the natural clay around the area, because that would be really cool.
Mhm. One day. One day.
You will.
Mhm. Yeah.
Aspirations. I love that.
Absolutely. We all need them for sure.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Mhm.
Definitely. So
Mhm.
where are you at now with your pottery? Can you tell us a little bit like what your current situation is? Like do you go out to events? Like where are you at now with that?
Mhm.
What level?
Um. So yeah, I do markets. I I think I've found that I need to go to larger events instead of just sticking around to like smaller farmers markets and whatnot. Um, but yeah, so I'm kind of scoping out where to go next year.
Yeah,
But we'll find it. Yeah.
bigger dreams, bigger space is needed.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. So I make all of my pottery in like maybe a 5 by 6 area, and then I have my kiln outside in a little metal shed because they can't really be in your like residential airspace because they off gas while they fire. And so yeah, tiny space, and it does kind of limit production, but I'm working on
Understandably.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. I
So
love that, Caitlin. One
yeah.
day maybe you'll have your own studio.
Mhm.
You know,
I
that'd be
will.
beautiful. You will. You
I
will
will.
have one, and I'll be right there with you.
Yeah. Oh,
Well, I'll be your
love
cheerleader
that.
outside. Be like, come, 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 come. Let me tell
Can
you
we
about my
put you in
friend.
a wacky waving arm flailing
Oh
inflatable
yeah,
tube man
absolutely,
costume?
absolutely. I would do
No,
it.
just kidding.
No shame in my
No.
game.
Right, right.
So, where
Love
can
that.
people find you? Let's see. What are your socials?
So I'm Crowswood Cottage, all one word, no dots or underscores, on Facebook and Instagram. And yeah, that's it. Yeah. I don't have a
Awesome.
website yet, but maybe one day. I don't really love the idea of the website or selling online. I don't know. We'll see. I like meeting people. I like seeing them grip the mug handle and decide which one calls to them, and it's very personal. So
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. I mean, it's pottery, right? It's handmade.
Mhm.
There's going to be that energy that's
Mhm.
intertwined with that. Well,
Yeah.
thank you so much, my friend, for coming on. This has been
Yeah.
amazing.
Thank you so much. I've had so
Uh,
much fun.
this was so fun. Thank you for the laughs. I
Yeah.
love talking about birds and going off on that tangent for a minute.
Mhm.
That was a lot of fun. Even we adults can be fun sometimes, even if it's talking about imaginary houses for animals.
Oh, it's perfect. We need it. We
We
really
sure
do.
do. Well, thank you again for coming on. This was so great.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. All right, you take care.
You too.
Thanks for coming along for the ride, travelers. If you're enjoying the show, please share, like, or leave a review wherever you listen to your podcast. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram, or come join me over on Patreon, where you'll get show updates and have early access to new episodes every Thursday. You can also find me on Buy Me a Coffee. If you have ideas for the show or would like to say hello, you can email me at spiritualrootspodcast@gmail.com. Please keep sharing the show so we can keep finding our spiritual roots together.